easy. What's happening in this distance? Thought I'd just do another quick tutorial for everyone. This is just going to be on a quick one on how to make like a nasty Reese kind of sound on bass or dubstep. So first off, all I'm going to be doing is going to be using our friend Massive. Just got like a new sound in there, so if you just want to go to new sound, you get the idea. Okay then, so first of all, just gonna load in, I'm gonna leave it a spectrum. We're gonna load in yes, the dirty, this one. I'm just gonna leave that there. Right, now I quite like that sound, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate that, or modulate it, should I say. Let's get an LFO on there. So using LFO 6, put to sync. If we turn this up, so if you click on the 6 with your mouse and then drag upwards, it will start working. So you can hear that typical dubstep wobble. Sounds shit in my opinion. Right, it's going to leave it like that. Then this one. Right, so we're getting some nice moves, nice sounds should I say, when this one's moving. So I'll turn this one up and we'll put LFO 5 on there. Again, you've got to click on the 5 and drag, and now activate it. Right, again, just change the rate. Right, that's giving that some nice movement, as you can hear. Right, so next off, let's just turn this up, turn it up to filter 1, which is this. And in here we're going to put a band pass, or band reject, should I say. Right, in this one I'm also going to put LFO 6 and we're going to drag it downwards. Just going to turn it up. Right, so basically here I've just done like a little pattern so you can hear. Okay, so you can hear that sound. It's not sounding too great right now, so we're going to give it a little bit of an extra tweak. We might even put in another, let's put in another shape. Let's get this one in. Right, there we go, adding a bit of dirt to it. Right, I'm also going to send this all the way up to filter 1. Just turning that one down a little bit. Right, also what I'm going to do is go to this section here and I'm going to put the glide on. Actually, that's not how you turn it on. Anyway, I'm just going to sort out the timing. So we go over here, and what I'm going to do is just change it to this, the monophone. You can hear it's now gliding to the notes, so if I play it, right, so you can kind of hear it sweeping up and down to the notes. If I turn it off, you'll hear it's just playing them like into each other. So back on. Right, just get the idea of what that's doing. And also here you've got unison. I'm going to put it up to about 4, turn it on and turn this up. So Right, so we're getting more of a kind of Reese sound now. Also, going to go over to the modulator, or the modulation oscillator, sorry, and we're going to put this on the second one. Right, already this adds a load of grit, which is quite nice. I also think it's quite nice when you modulate that itself. So I'm going to put on a LFO over there, and I'm going to change this. So here you can choose LFO or stepper. On there I'm going to change it to performer. Then over here where you can select a preset where they've created their own wave shapes, I'm going to put sine to square, and I'll reduce that. It's just going to be mental otherwise. Right, just get the idea. It's doing some nice, getting some nice movement on there. So in here, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of distortion. Use the bottom one there. It's a bit too much. Tiny bit. Then also, if we give it a little bit of dimension expander, to make it sound a little bit wider. There we go, much better. So once we're here, you want to kind of just tweak. You might want to change the LFO speeds. So I'm going to leave it like that. Let's have a little play around with this a bit more. So let's have a listen to that with the pattern I've made. Okay. Right, so now we've kind of got this sound. Yeah, I think that sounds better. Right, so what I'm going to do now is come over to here on our instrument track channel, and I'm going to put in a filter. Now this filter, so when you're doing Reese's, it's all about filters, it's all about automating and adding effects and distortion, and just keep going and seeing what you come up with. This filter I'm going to put on here is a free one. It's just called the crayon filter. So basically this is for a low pass filter, that's for band pass, and that's for high pass. Right, you can hear that's already kind of adding some nice movement. Might just try about that. Right, you should get the idea. So that's just a low pass filter, but that's it kind of acting as a band pass. So basically what would be good to do now is to automate the filter frequency, or the cutoff. I'm going to say it's the cutoff. So anyway, so what you can do is come over to your instrument channel here, go to that little arrow where it says volume, click on that. You want to go to more. Actually no, you don't need to go to more because that's the first one there. All the dials are here that we can automate. So if you click to cut off, put right in there. Now this is a really good way of getting some movement in your bass lines, because you can just draw in whatever you want it to do with your arrow. But basically what I'm going to do is, this is just a very quick way of doing it. So if you come up here, this is your line tool. So normally it would just be on line. If you click on that little arrow there, you can have different kind of tools. So basically, if you pick a sine, it's just going to do like a sine wave in there for you, like that. You see, clever. So if we play that now, you should hear this should move. So you can see that moving, right? So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to edit that more, give that more of a character of what I want. So if we do this, anyway, if you turn off the snap to bar, this is basically your quantize tool or the snap tool. You don't want that on because you want to be able to kind of move this wherever you want to move it. So let's delete that one. Let's do my edit. Right, so I prefer the movement when it's kind of there, I think. Let me see. Right, okay, so basically we can get right in and do some crazy movements like this. Really quick ones with some quick sweeps and wobbles. So basically this is kind of creating your own wobbles, but you're just hand drawing them in. Right, so you can hear that's kind of giving it more movement. I'm just going to shape it a little bit with the EQ. Basically around here I always find it always sounds a bit nasty. You always kind of get a bit of muddy frequencies around here, so I always kind of try and dip it around, well, between 200 and 500, just till whatever suits you really. There you go, that's sounding pretty menacing. It's a pretty good Reese really. I mean, you could add or send this to a reverb, give it some atmospheric. Like that. So, I mean, you could even do this over here a lot gradual. So it's just a gradual sweeping of the cut off. So anyway, this is just a rough guideline of what you can do. As always, you know, you can copy this if you want, or just have your own little dabble. And once you've got this far, you know, still you can just keep tweaking. See, just from me moving that, it's changed the sound a lot, so I might even add another modulator on that and give it another little bit of movement, very slow, maybe just like that. See what that does. Right, I'm just going to take off that reverb just so we can hear it again without it on. So there you go, very nice Reese, quite easily done. Hope it's been helpful. I'll be back with more soon.